Hey there, Maddie. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 things that you can do today to help bring in more customers to your business. My name is Seleni McGregor, and I just work with business owners across the state of Utah. And I actually spoke with Heather earlier today, and she gave me the green light to send this over to your email. And I'm actually just based out of South Utah County, so not too far from you guys as well. But I just wanted to put together this quick custom video for you just about your online presence and specifically how you stack up against your competition. I'm sure at this point you're most likely sitting there asking yourself, okay, why would she be doing this and what's the catch? Well, that's a fair question. What I have found is that most local business owners are just too busy actually running their business, swamped with payroll, helping customers, answering questions, dealing with employees, or just staying on top of jobs that many times learning how to leverage the internet to benefit their company just gets buried underneath all of the other to-dos. And let's be real, half the time the only reason you may not have hired somebody yet is because you don't know who to trust or know who is truly an expert. So that is exactly why I make videos like this. I have found that by giving people an easy, free attack plan of things that they can actually do to impact their business for free, it has resulted in some of those local business owners still raising their hands and saying, hey, I like you, Seleni, can you please just handle this for me? So if by the end of this video you've liked what you've heard and can see that I've got a lot of tricks up my sleeve that can help your business, then shoot me a message back and we can chat. Or if at the end of this video you simply want to take this free attack plan that I give to you and do it yourself, that totally works for me too. Now let's cover the 3 things that are going to set on top roofing above your competition. First would be content, second citations, and third backlinks. So first up is content. So since Google isn't a human, it doesn't just know what you do, it needs to be told through your content. And content is basically going to be anything here that you can see here on your homepage that is highlighted. So this can be pictures, text, what pictures are saved as, what's behind the pictures, all of that can be considered content. Now, just looking briefly at your website here, beautiful website. I actually really love the pictures here and the imagery you've got going on. I feel like it's great for customers that are searching for your website. Looks great this way. But what I was talking about with content, for instance, if we were to go ahead and do like a right click to this image and do a save as, I can actually see what this image here is saved as. You can see here it's just like numbers, letters there. Let's do same thing here, save as, same thing that way. And then let's do this final image. Same thing here. So you can see here that these images are not saved as anything specific. Now, alternatively, this would be a great way to be able to leverage high volume keywords by including those here in your detailed image descriptions instead. Again, all of those things that I mentioned are things that the Google bots can read and basically get an idea of what is this business, what services are they offering, what area are they targeting, and that is going to position you here in the search ranking. Like I said, your website looks beautiful, you've got some great pictures for imagery, but if it's not helping you rank and bring in the volume and the customers that are actually searching for your services, that you might be missing out on a bunch of traffic, a bunch of potential traffic when people are actually searching for you. Now again, the goal is having unique and authoritative content, and you need to be able to have enough content here to be able to add in the right keywords and phrases that people are actually searching for in Google for them to find the services that you offer. Most business owners know that they need content, but what they don't know is that in order to rank number 1 on Google for roofing, the average content count is 1,500 to 2,400 words on your homepage alone. Again, while making sure that it contains the right keywords and key phrases that your customers are actually searching for. Now, when I went ahead and copied all of your content here from your homepage and I plugged it in here to one of my tools, I can see your homepage is sitting around 756 words here on your homepage. Now, if we actually jump over here into one of your competitors, I do see you've got Park City listed here, and at the top I actually found, all the areas that you guys said that you are providing services into. For the sake of this video and just trying to keep it short, I actually just chose Salt Lake because I know that Salt Lake has a big area and high volume. This same research that I do can be done in the Park City area, Heber, Midway, Jackson, any specific area for any of these specific services, because I know roofing is definitely more generalized and very broad. But just again, for the sake of the video, I did go for the Salt Lake area. Right now, I've got American Roofing pulling up today as my #1 search here in the Salt Lake area for roofing. Now, when I went ahead and copied their content from their website and plugged it into my tool here, I can see that their website is sitting around 1,200 words here on their homepage. So again, very beatable with time to be able to increase your content count, again, with the right keywords and phrases so that you guys actually get found. Now we're actually going to jump over here into one of my tools. This is called Ahrefs. It's a really cool tool. It just basically gives me behind the scene details that Google looks at when it does come to ranking a site. So I can get a pretty good idea of what's working well for you and for your competition here. So running a quick scan here of American Roofing, I can see right off the bat of how many keywords they're being found for on their website and roughly how many people, like how much traffic is being driven to their website every single month. Now, since we're talking about content, we're actually going to dive in specifically here into these keywords here, and we can take a look at the exact keywords that they are ranking for here and what your customers are searching for every month. Now, just to make it a little bit easier on the eyes, we are going to just type in Salt Lake here, again, since we're focusing on just this area, and we want to take a look at some of these keywords that they are being found for with Google and the type of volume of what people are searching for every single month. So right off the bat, we've got roofers Salt Lake City being searched 200 times every single month. Roof replacement Salt Lake City searched 150 times every month. Salt Lake City roofing 260 times every month. Roofing contractor Salt Lake City 200 times every single month. Similarly, roofing company Salt Lake City 300 times every month. So just these high volume keywords alone, like you can see what type of traffic and people that are actually searching for the services, the same services that you guys offer. Now, what would happen to your business if you guys were able to get this type of traffic of these hundreds of people searching for roofing services? And even if not all of it, what would even happen to your business even to have a percentage of that traffic? Now let's actually jump over here. Same tool, I've got your URL plugged in here, and I can see the same overview. I can see how many keywords your website is being found for, and then what type of traffic that is also providing every single month. Again, this is just a tool, but you can see here the drastic difference between your website and your competitor's website over here. And again, just the amount of volume of keywords. Again, this was just the Salt Lake area, so that didn't even count Park City, Heber, Midway, any of those. And I know even the clientele in those other cities are definitely a different type of client as well. And so you'd get even a more high dollar item for those areas. So just kind of cool to see what type of traffic there is for potential if your website was to be optimized and get you guys actually ranking for these keywords. Again, that those hundreds of people are actually searching for, again, every single month. Now we're actually going to pivot, again, wrapping up from the content, helping increase your content here on your homepage. It will help you guys actually get found for all of those things that people are actually searching for. Again, this is what is helping drive your competitor's business with their high keyword rich content. And it is 100% beatable if you guys are able to get that done. Now, again, like I'm saying, pivoting positions here. Let's actually jump over here into Google. I do have one of those high volume keywords plugged in here for roofing companies, Salt Lake City, typed in here. Now, the first thing that we always see here is the ads section. And we're not going to spend a lot of time here, but just want to touch base. Here's the thing with ads. Ads can work, but they can also be a huge money pit if your foundation, like your website's not dialed in, or if customers are using an ad blocker. So just be really careful to not burn through your money with Google Ads until you know for sure that your site is going to convert. But we're actually going to jump down below the ad section into the coveted map section. So this area has a lot to do with the second important thing that we're going to talk about, which is citations. So you're probably asking yourself, okay, great, but what is a citation and why do they matter? Well, great questions. So this is called the Google Map Pack. I'm sure you've seen it. You've probably used this section, and maybe you've even thought to yourself, how in the world can I get my business up on here? Now, those are great questions, and it's about what I'm going to show you here. So to get yourself to the top three, the number one thing that Google looks at is a thing called citations. So what is a citation? Well, super simple. It's just your business name, address, and phone number listed on as many online directories like these. Having citations helps Google to be able to verify you, and then it gives relevance to your local business. So to push your business up here in the top three spots, the number one thing to do is increase your citation game. When you get more citations than your competitors, especially from authoritative and industry-specific websites, your credibility boosts, you gain more trust from Google, therefore pushing you here above your competition. Now, you might be asking yourself, okay, great, but how do I actually do that? Well, there are paid tools that'll actually tell us the exact directories that your competition here is listed on, and then you can go out and get those and match them. But of course, you don't want to just match them. You actually want to dominate them and get more than them. Again, what we have seen is with most roofers here that are ranking the top areas like this, they're probably sitting around 200 to 300 citations. So if you're pushed down below that, maybe third, fourth page, you might only have 10 to 30 citations. So you not only need to go get those citations that'll match your top competitors here, but then we need to beat them out online. Now, let's talk about the last thing that I wanted to go over with you today, which is backlinks, or often called link juice. This third pillar is really going to help you dominate here on Google. So again, when we've got roofing company Salt Lake City plugged in here, and then we scroll down below the ads and below the map pack, we get down here into the organics listing section. Now you can see here, you are not ranking as number 1, number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, anywhere here on the first page of Google. Now, of course, the first page is where we want to be, and ideally the top 3 spots is where we want to be. Google statistics have shown that the top 3 businesses here in the organics listing section get about 75% of the clicks, meaning that most of your potential customers are choosing from one of these first 3 results. They're never making it down to your listing. So in order to get here, you've got to beat out your competition in every aspect. You need authority. And how do you get the authority? Well, this is where the backlinks come into play. Again, a backlink is basically just thinking about it like a popularity contest in high school. So you want to have the coolest, most popular kid to be recommending you. So in this popularity contest here, the business with the most relevant link juice or authority wins. And I say relevant because not all backlinks are created equal. So you guys are a roofing company, right? Well, you wouldn't want to get a backlink from an ice cream shop linking back to you because you don't make ice cream. Although that would be tasty, that backlink would be kind of useless to you. But if you had one from like another local blog or industry specific site linking back to you, it would be much more effective. Now let's jump back over here into my tool again. We can actually see specifically you've got 31 backlinks being pointed back to your website. It's not bad. It's a start. It's just not dominant. Now, if we jump over here into Salt Lake's again, number 1, you can see they've got 417 backlinks being pointed back to their website. Again, and some are from very strong, relevant sources. So how do we get those? Well, here with Ahrefs, I can actually go in and see the exact links that they are being listed on, and then we can go out and match those exact same links, if not better, higher quality ones for your website. Again, this is very beatable with time. Getting you here to the top of Google, it is not magic, especially in these 2 spots. Can you imagine dominating these 2 spots, both in the map pack and down here in the organic listing section, for every single area that you guys are wanting to go after? Again, this is not magic. It is just a tried and true method. Again, the 3 things that I have shown you here today that can help increase your online presence and get you guys more jobs. First, focusing on your content here, getting more content with the right keywords and phrases that people are actually searching for so that you guys become the number 1 and your company gets found. Second is citations, increasing how many of your business name, address, and phone number is listed on how many online directories. And then lastly, just increasing how many good quality backlinks you are getting back to your site. Again, if you implement these strategies today, then you can be number 1 here across Google. Now, I am sure that you're wondering at this point, okay, well, what now? Well, you really have a few options. First, if you don't feel like you are able to handle any more clients every month, that is absolutely fair. If you could just send me a quick note telling me you watched the video, I'd love to hear your thoughts about it. I really appreciate your feedback because it helps me to get better in my job day to day. On the other hand, if you are ready to grow, then you can take this blueprint and implement these 3 strategies on your very own today. I gave you the exact formula that businesses pay tons of dollars to have, and it is all yours to use to help your company. Now, if you found this information valuable, and if you're still one of those business owners to still raise their hands for the most effective route, just go ahead and respond to my email. We'll set up a time to chat and dive deeper into your specific situation. Once again, my name is Seleni, and I look forward to hearing from you, Maddie. Hope you have a great one.